Hey guys, welcome to the Real Godcast, the podcast of the real God and stuffs. We are here. I'm thrilled to be here with a bunch of beautiful ladies to share with you a lot of experiences we had in the Emerald Island called Ireland. We had February uh, small research together, and we are here to share with you our vision about our little research. But we are all individual and personal researchers, and we have a lot of experience outside Ireland, and we have a lot of links with we discovered in Ireland, and in Brazil, Japan, and a lot of places. I am very glad to be all people here, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Now, I bring to you the beautiful ladies, and you guys, hello guys, you can uh, choose yourself which will be the first one to make the thing happens. Come on, Juliana, you will be the first.
Thank you, Cicero. Okay, hi guys. Nice to be here with you again. I miss you. Yeah, I'm Juliana. I live in UK. I work with family constellation, and I'm studying in Dakla for more than 1 year. So I'm beginning this step in my life as a researcher here. So this trip was amazing with you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to have you here.
Thanks. It's a pleasure.
Vivian,
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you and be reunited again. So, I also live here in the UK. I live in the outskirts of London for the last 23 years. I am associated of Dakila and a researcher for the last 3 or 4 years now. And I met this beautiful group of people, Cicero and his wife, who came from Brazil, especially to lead the trip in Ireland. We visited many different sites there, and it was an amazing opportunity to do a research together, to share our views. And yes, it was just a lovely experience, as well as being a researcher of Dakila and all things connected with mysticism and alternative medicine, which is what I work with here in London. I'm an Ayurvedic therapist. So it's quite interesting to do this research and experiment going on site and really explore and have a feel for the places that we visited. Thank you very much, Cicero, for allowing us to be together, experiencing all this. It was a fantastic trip.
thank you. You are cute and kind. Jennifer, the ginger, the logistic woman. You have to turn on your microphone. Try again. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah. Hi, guys. Nice to see you all again. Hi, my name is Jennifer. I live in Portlaoise in Ireland. Um, I had this beautiful opportunity to have you all over here and do this trip, like the amazing and fantastic trip. I was so glad. So nice to see you all.
Mm, I'm very glad to have you here too. Maíra,
Hi guys, glad to be here with you again. My name is Maíra. I live in Brazil. I'm psychologist and researcher, member of Dakila Research. I don't know how to pronunciate in English. Dakila Research,
Yeah.
and that's it. It was an amazing experience, an amazing trip. Very glad to meet these new friends, uh, to meet you again in this life. It was very, very interesting. Very nice to be here to talk about this trip with you.
Oh, that's it. We have a lot of extra dimensional and afterlives histories to share about it too. It's not a normal, regular research. Dre, turn on your microphone. Turn on your microphone. Dre, agora sim. Oh,
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet all of you again. My name is Adriana. I live here in UK as well, about 21 years. I work for the Gov, and was a very nice trip we did to Ireland to visit very historical place, very interesting place, and interesting thing as well.
oh, nice. I forgot to introduce myself properly. I'm a hypnotherapist, mind and emotional programmer here from Brazil, and personal research. I'm in Dakla Pesquisas since 2010, and I had a lot of experiences doing my researches and have experiences with extraterrestrial beings and archaeology, genetics, astronomy, and a lot of things. But I have my focus on mind development and emotional development. And if you want, I probably will share the Instagram from the people if you have uh, wishes to go for Ayurveda therapy or constellation, or if you want to have good food in Ireland, we have Jennifer the Ginger. And if you probably need a psychologist, you can talk with the Maira's team. And if you want solve government problems, issues, you probably try to speak with Adriana. I'm joking, to be clear. So let us start this talk. At the first moment, it was a gift trip for my wife, which we are just interested in meet Ireland and all beautiful place we have in Ireland. But as Maida said, um, I work with this topic, this subject, which we call past lives or something like this. Every culture will talk about it differently. But I had in Ireland some lives ago, and just for cosmic synchronization, I had this wish to be there and to meet more about the people, the culture, and all this stuffs like this. And after that, the things start to growing, and it becomes a small research. And after that, we have this group, which was the second time we are together in Ireland for researching and for bringing information and for self-development and all things like this. So in the second thing, we was visiting Jennifer, which lives in Ireland. I'm from Brazil and live in Brazil. since I was a little boy, since I was born in that in this life. And Jennifer starts to bring this movement to go for places and make research, which are a good thing Dakla is doing as well since 30 years before. We have a lot of researches occurring at the same time right now in a lot of places around the world, here in Brazil and US, and some places in Europe and Antarctica, which the word for this in English, Antarctic, the north, the north, the ice place in the north, and we have this interesting things in common, and we have our personal uh, point of view about these places. Jennifer, if you can set up for the people all the places we visit, all the sites you will help us to choose for the visitation process and the research. And after that, we will start to speak about the history and our personal point of view about the structure, the culture, and the speech from the people. We had a interesting speech in the not Doubt, New Grange, which that archaeology person telling us the history and the tales about the place. Can you bring this for us? Turn on your microphone again.
Yeah. So we went to the north side, not Northern Ireland, but to the north side in our schedule. So we went in County Meath, and we went for 4 places over there. So we started the day with the New Grange, and then we went to Douth. That they, it was really close. And after that, we went for Four Knocks. And to finish the day, we went we went for Hill of Tara. So on the 9th of February, was on Sunday, we just went south. So we went to County Cork, and we went to Kinsale. So we went to Starford, and we went also in Spike Island. It was really interesting place. So yeah, that was the places that we had the opportunity to go. And before that, actually, on the seventh, on the 7th of February, we went to Glenbarrow Waterfalls here in County Laois. So it was a really interesting place also. Yeah.
Nice. Who want to be the first person to talk about our first day and the monument we was visiting? Who want to be the one?
Yeah,
Sure.
I can be the first one. Yeah, because the first place we visited was my point of energy. I don't know how can I explain that, but it's relative to my memories, I think. When we visit places like this that we share memories in our past lives, maybe you can have some fragments, we can access some fragments of these memories. And I think that's what happened to me, because after that visit, and I couldn't feel the exactly point of energy day because it was raining a lot. and I had only 15 minutes outside, and I think about 10 minutes inside. I don't remember. But outside, I tried to feel the energy. I tried to feel something, but it was raining. And I think when we arrived here, it was raining a lot as well. So maybe it's a sign. I don't know. But when you go inside, I could see a lot of signs as this sign, as Cicero is showing to us, and Celtic symbols. And at night, after this experience, when I was in that mode, I'm not awake and I'm not sleeping, and kind of, I could realize, I could experience in my visualization, in my mental screen, the symbols. As I closed my eyes, I could see the symbols, and sometimes I could see the mountains and some places that I don't know what places is it, but it was for me a very good experience. I haven't had yet in my life to start visualizing things in my mental screen. And I think it was because I could access my past memories. So that's why I think it's very important to have this kind of trip, these sacred places, in these sacred places. That's way we can improve ourselves, improve our knowledge about ourselves, who we are, and what we are doing here, for example. So for me, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience, and I'm grateful for that. And that's it. And all places were very, very exciting places, but this was the best for me. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Oh, it was a huge experiences
Yeah.
about your self development, and I think you are totally right, because we have this. This is my dear wife, so cute. She's a lawyer and part of my company,
Mm.
my socia. How I can
Your
speak
partner.
it?
Yeah.
My
My
partner.
partner, my business partner, my life partner, and my partner. And she was the why we was in that trip. And yeah, I think the most important and powerful thing about this whole movement is bring us back to the whole consciousness process, because here we have just a small part of our original conscience, and we have a lot of persons inside us, and we are trying to reunite it in our original personality, which we call higher self, or something like this. There's a lot of cultures which are uh, totally in this term higher self, and it was nice. I don't know if you shared all this information with us before, and it came with some emotional things after that, which grow a little bit more 2 days after, isn't it?
I had some kind of catarrh, I think. I
Mhm.
Yeah,
wasn't feeling well. I was the second day I stayed at the hotel because I couldn't go with you.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it was really cool. being at that place, and we had a conversation inside because we had two groups divided, and we was in the second group, and we are inside the the structure, having a speech from that girl, which was archaeologist or something like this, and we all have different points of view about it. And I remember to had a conversation with Vivian about some information about it. But before you pass the talk for the next people, which was the most interesting thing for you inside the new Grange? Because you are talking about outside and all the process, and but what happened? What do you remember about what happened when you was inside of the tomb of new?
Inside the new Grange, I'd like to be there a little bit more because it's very small, and we can realize that some places we are not allowed to pass.
Mhm.
But I think the symbols or the energy, I don't know, because I can't explain. I couldn't feel something different inside or outside. I was there. What happened to me was after that, okay?
Oh,
To remember things, not when I was there. When I was there, I was like a tourist visiting a place.
Mhm.
Yeah. But after that, something wake up inside myself. Yeah, that's it.
oh,
And it's a very beautiful place, but we are not allowed to stay a lot,
yeah,
stay longer. So that's the problem. We
yeah. It
should buy
was.
3 tickets to be allowed to be there for more
Yeah.
You
than
have to buy
10
that place
minutes.
first.
Yeah, and experience more the energy and everything inside. Yeah,
Nice.
that's
And
it.
you, Vivian, what you have to share? Which I'm talking about that conversation. We make some interesting links with the speech of the girl and the culture and all that stuff.
Mhm. I think, as Juliana quite rightly said, the place was really phenomenal. Just being there, and for me, different than Juliana, could feel energetically speaking the energy of the place. And it was a place that really brought me back to myself, to my roots. So I felt that there was quite a lot of things that made sense. So for example, the symbols and inscriptions that we all saw, and you showed here, the fact that we can see that the same symbols, the same inscriptions in different sites of the world. So it's not only there. We've seen time and time again in different parts of the world. And if you think that this is as old as we know, reading the facts that are available for the sites, it makes you think. It makes you think, what were they trying to say, why these symbols are here, and they were also in some places in Brazil as well, in other parts of the world. So it's just it's quite interesting that people don't talk so much about these things. And it's so there's so much history behind it, there is so many mysteries behind it. So when we go and see the mountains there, we can see clearly the tunnels there. We have nowadays technology that can scan the ground, and you can see the tunnels and the passages, and the structure itself, the way it was built, is so sturdy. It's being there, and you can see the stones, the alignment of the stones, they're so precise, and they were put there with so much care, and they are there still now after thousands and thousands of years. So for me, that was remarkable because despite the fact that I've been living here in the UK and I've traveled around in Europe quite a lot, I've never really taken the time to realize and to notice these fine details in the sites that we visit. So that trip for me was a trip that it was an exploration and also to open my senses, my five senses, to feel the energy, to look, really look and try to understand what's behind it. And I found for me, another thing that really stood out, the Hill of Tara, which was one of the energetic points that three of us, three women in the group, it was their point there. And what came really strong to me is that I could follow my intuition to find where was in that huge piece of land, so many different things to go and see and explore. I just followed my intuition that led me to the same place where Jennifer stood there. And then, so the three of us, we converged into the same point, and we have not talked about, oh, let's go here, let's do there. And it was just really interesting what happened there. That not so much as images like Juliana was saying that came to her so vivid, but for me it was an intuition, as if I was there to, let's say, to integrate something back in my life right now that had been left previously by myself. It was as if I had to go there to either leave something or either take something, energetically speaking, from that place. And that was really profound for me. It has, yeah, it has taken a few days, if not weeks, for me to process what happened there.
Oh, it was really cool. And I want you guys to watch this symbol, which we have a lot of them in all researches we had, and this three spiral things, which they call something like a rupestral um, painters or something like this. We have a lot of this symbol with which we we saw, and all the symbols for the island people or for the historian and archaeologist are just cavemen's picture. But as you saying, we have a lot of this symbol, and which are totally linked with women precisely, because in for an interesting thing we have for the Ireland, the most known and the most respectful god is a woman goddess, which they call Bridget, and we have a lot of work for the Catholicism to change the perspective from this goddess into UK, um, which the female of father, the name Frida,
None.
None.
Sister, none,
nun,
sister.
None.
sister. Yeah, they try to convert the British in a regular sister, but we have a lot of secrets with a group of women in our history called Amazonas. And I was talking with a person, a friend of mine, about that researches, and he just sent me some interesting pictures he captured here in Brazil, especially in the northwest part, in the place called Piauí. And look at that. You probably remember the last symbol I showed up, and I want you guys to see this. This picture was taken in a place here in Brazil called Piauí, and
Wow.
it was really interesting because the thing which motivate that research was the same thing which motivated our research. I'm talking about the higher self. I have my higher self. You guys have your higher self. But that woman was in the protocol with me, and her higher self just bring that mission for her. Oh, you have to go for that place, and you will find that symbol. Look at that. How interesting is exactly the same symbol, but in the Waterstone here. This was really near of the river, and this is why it has that blue color and something like this. And look at this again in the stone, in the same place, Piauí here, an archaeologic site. Look at this, hands and a small one and that big one, and look at this again. Exactly the same symbol. And this one, I will try to show this picture I have, is the almost the same codification we have in the small ultra, which appears in the hill of Tara. And the picture I sent to you guys before in our conversation. Look at this. The same symbol and another one which really similar and means the same thing. And this is making a link with the same group of women called Amazonas, which is really, really interesting and bring to us important link. Look at this. If you can see, we have a lot of this spiral things in this small small structure in the stone. And this is the Simone Barbosa, the researcher. And I have one one person making the same process in Japan, but I didn't got the pictures. Really interesting. Really interesting. We have probably five, almost 6,000 kilometers between, and the island is a small island. How can it how can it be possible? The same people painting the same things across the sea, just swimming, or or in small boats just for making the same symbol. It's really strange, eh? Who's gonna be the next to talk about it?
I can talk.
Maíra or
Can be me,
Jennifer?
Tri. Do you want to
Yeah,
speak?
can go.
Okay.
To me, what caught more my attention was in New Grange was the size of the discoid stones.
Oh,
Was amazing. Was something I never saw before. Was huge. That to me was the most interesting thing, and they think that is natural. So to me was the best part of it.
really nice memory to share. I will show some pictures about you are speaking, and we'll share interesting thing about me and Vivian, especially no, Vivian start that conversation to trying to understand which kind of stones and how it can be possible. What was the history about the stones, which has different shapes, different shapes, which for they are totally unusual. But for us, we are very familiar with the shape of the stone. And if you can really see, you can probably notice this spiral thing
Hmm.
in some part of this that stones, which is really interesting. Look at that. I'm
Yeah.
all that stones have has the same pattern, and which is not thing we have only in Ireland, and I have two small ones here in my hands to show. Look at that. We has the same pattern. We have the same pattern and the same shape, but different size.
Oh,
And
very different size. That one you could lift.
yeah, I can't because I'm really strong, but
You did, so I still
I don't
don't.
have to right now. And look at this. Look at this. This one I bring to earth by myself. This is a materialization for me. I just did it energetically, and which was one of my personal experiences. And this has
Uh-huh.
my own energy. Um, how I can do condensed in one stone, and no, this is the not. It's a different stone. But the most interesting thing about these stones is for us, as the knowledge we have about it, how can it happen? We know here, and probably you don't, but I had this experience to see phenomenal things, which brings a lot of these little stones, and was an interaction with the UFOs, we call the small ships or extraterrestrial being, which is not extraterrestrial but extra-dimensional beings, which brings interaction of the magnet field and the shape of the energy interacting with the matter here, and which create this slices in the stones we have, but which brings a lot of particles around the place and put it together, bring that curious and beautiful little stones. And in that place we have huge ones, huge ones, and I'm just wondering what the size of the UFO which would make it happen. And we had
What kind of
two.
event produced those stones?
Yes,
Exactly.
because they are really huge, and I don't remember exactly, but that that woman told to Vivian a small history about it. Do you remember that, Vivian?
You said it's a natural thing.
Yes, she said that they found those stones there. They were all natural, so naturally made. And she said that there was a sort of gel type of
Oh,
thing on
yes.
top of it, covering it. And once they removed that, there were they stones. They also said that the same stones were found somewhere in England. And then the English people were saying that the Irish people had brought it from England there, but they later figured out that no, it was the same sort of stones that were found in a site here in England as well. But she said it was natural stone, and the formation was all natural with a gel covered on top. And she said a few fancy names and things, and we, we just listened to what she was saying, but we have our own view of what it is.
They
Was a
really like
very
that
weird
stupid
explanation.
history. Sorry, what?
Was a very weird explanation they gave
Yeah,
us about everything. Not only about the discoid stones, but everything. I
they
think.
really like that stupid history about people bring heavy stones for thousands of kilometers to another place just to put it there. Maíra, tell us more about it.
That's what I would say about the same of Dri. I would say about the discoid stones that it was what intrigued me the most in this place and New Grange. It's very interesting, and it makes me think that actually about all the places we visit. For me, the most interesting everywhere we went was realize that the history of our civilization is very different from the one we are told. Um, so yeah, that's it
For a
for
while.
example, places that we will talk about, but that in the distant past was were mystery schools, and today in ruins are now being restored as an old fort or as a tomb like New Grange. And but specifically about New Grange, for me what was the most interesting thing was about the discoid stones. But I also felt the energy, something different. I don't know how to explain. I had for me, there were other places that was the most, I felt the most the energy actually. But in New Grange, I felt a little bit. But for me, my preferred one, I think Jennifer didn't tell about
Rock
this,
of
was,
Dunamis.
was the Rock of Dunamis. I don't know if you forgot the Rock of Dunamis was my
I
favorite.
forgot about
Exactly.
But I think Cicero will call us to talk in
Probably.
the order.
Look at this picture.
Uh,
Can see.
I
Keep
can
talking.
see.
I will bring it
it.
to a zoom. No, 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 no. Did you guys remember that drowning the stone, which I call, which I tell it was very similar at the ultra picture, ultra symbol. Look at
Mm-hmm.
this.
Yeah.
Look at this. I have to count with small machine. Can you see? It's almost the same pattern. I will show it up again for you guys to compare it, to make a comparison. But this picture was taken in that place. Vivian says,
Hill
you
of Tara.
guys, yeah, Hill of Tara. You guys converge for the same place, and I was searching for the signals and mapping the energy flows, and I just thought, okay, that's a thing here, and then I take this picture, which was you probably can see is a tree. Let me see if I can. Oh, look at that! It's that tree. It's a tree. Oh God, there's a lot of reflection.
Yeah,
Probably I can, but you guys remember which kind of place was it? And has three trees sides, and you was intuitively at the same point, which was really interesting, really really interesting. Who want to talk about this thing or all process? You want to speak more? Jennifer the ginger?
Uh,
Jennifer the ginger?
yeah. Yeah, I can talk about it. So, uh, at the beginning, I was actually, when I started to study about the places and researching about it, uh, the New Grange and the Doubt got me really thinking about. Because when we went over there and we experienced it all the trip and everything, I guess I got like the idea of being really controlled. Especially the New Grange, really like tight schedule, and you cannot actually have the time to experience or to make sense what you are feeling. I thought this at that place, yeah. And the thing that I got that most got me, I think like the feeling, it was the stones. It was showed up like at the beginning, like in your face, right when you get there, you already see the stones. So this is really was really interesting. The patterns also uh, at the stones rounding outside the New Grange. Really nice stones, and with engraving really nice also symbols that it is symbols that were before the Celtic people. So they actually don't know when you get to the story and everything, they really they are explaining something but doesn't make any sense what they were talking, especially the lady that was over there inside the Sunday. She couldn't explain really well. They said about Okay, she said about some farmers. They were. It doesn't really actually make sense, because who is going to build a something like this? I don't know how many
A
tons
tomb
of
is not a
stone and
body.
everything. Sorry.
A tomb, they say, is a tomb. It's
They,
not a
yeah, of
body.
course. Yeah, they said
You
who
don't
who
find any body.
who were that people? Who, you can imagine the importance of a people that they were building something like this. The amount of energy and amount of work that takes to build something like this, and also we cannot forget about the light experience also for the equinox. So on the 20th, I think it is on the 23rd of December, the light gets to a special point over there. So this was really interesting. So yeah, but you cannot take any photos over there. It was really controlled about the New Grange. So right beside it, it is Douth. When we went there, uh, it was a place that I went there with some question, and I left there with more questions, because it's a really really interesting place. And also I felt a lot of energy over there in some places, in some specific place that we went down. So Fort Knox was really cute, the experience. So we get there inside, and we actually got to film and photograph. So we have an experience like inside the tomb ourselves, with all the freedom to take photos and visualize the things, and uh, even touch the everything over there. So this was really good. Yeah, it was. I think we needed right after the New Grange was so tight and you cannot do anything. So we went to a smaller place and we had this experience. After that, we went to Hill of Tara. So that Hill of Tara was one of the girls that had the uh, how do you call the energy point? The energy point in Hill of Tara. I myself, I experienced something that was really interesting to me, because I felt lots of angry over there, angriness. I think I felt something that doesn't make sense at all. That's what I was feeling like. I felt uh, frustrated actually, because I went there and I was like, oh my god, the sky was all. It was any. I didn't have any more any experience. I mean, like much experience energetically talking, like physically talking. But I was really angry and I didn't know about it. But after that, after some days, I got to know why I was feeling like that. and it was really, really good and emotional actually to have this experience. So yeah, we were talking about the
Share,
north side. Yeah, so yeah, this is what my
share,
experience.
share, share your
Okay,
experience.
okay, okay. Um, Here we go. One of the things that really got me, yeah, before to talk about the experience after, yeah, it was that I was really glad that I went with my two kids, yeah, my two children, and they behaved it like the whole day really nice, and they were peaceful and they enjoyed it. So to talk about children and energy talking, like we were sharing energy to the places and all of these things, and I thought like before going, I said, oh my god, this is going to be a disaster, but they were really good, and this was made me peaceful and happy. So after some, I think was, I don't know exactly, Cicero, but was around 4 days or more actually than that, 4 or 5 days after.
Probably 5 days after.
5 days, yeah, yeah. What is a week kind of? I I shared with Cicero in one of my sessions of uh,
Therapy.
yeah,
With
with the therapy. And I said to him, I was very frustrated and I didn't know why. I was really, really frustrated at the place. And I got like, why this is my place, my point of energy, my point, and I don't know why I was feeling like this. Like, so I- even though I was frustrated, I had a beautiful experience with Vivian. So we first of all, we went like when said, okay, go on, girls, work it out. So this is your place, and it was really beautiful and unexpected that we went all at the same time. We just got to the same direction, three of us, just feeling the energy, and we went to that tree. So the three trees beside one of another. So at that point I got really emotional because Vivian said to me, if I get only one confirmation, I have to get one confirmation about this place because this is my place. And it was really dark and cloudy. So it went like we mentally thought about just open a little bit of the cloud and we could see some, I don't know, some stars or something like that. And yeah, we visualize it. And after that, we stay, I don't know how many minutes, I didn't know, 5 minutes, and it opened a spot at the sky and she could see that. And I was really happy for her. And just right after that, I started to see some really something going on. I mean, I saw some, I don't know how to say vultus. How do you call vultus?
Shadows.
Shadows. Shadow
Shadows.
Shadows. Yeah.
walkers.
Some shadows just walking, like running, two shadows. And I was like, oh my God, I saw it. I saw it. Did you see that? And Vivian, yeah, did you see that? So, yeah, that was my confirmation, But anyways, I still was like really angry and really frustrated, and I was frustrated because I was frustrated, and I didn't know why. So after 1 week, 5 days, 1 week, I had a session, and I could see in the mental screen with the help of Cicero what was going on over there. So um, I saw my how do you call, my higher self.
Higher self.
I saw my higher self. And the reason that I was so angry, it was because the higher self of Luciana was working on me. So I had a lot of angriness, a lot of sadness, a lot of everything in me in that visualization, in that mental screen that I had. And my higher self, it calls Ila. She's a beautiful one, very beautiful, very beautiful. uh, Higher self. So myself and Luciana. She was the higher self of Luciana was working on my my emotions. So it was taking all of the sadness and all of the angriness and all of the bad things of myself, and it was exactly at the point on where it was a kind of like a menhir. So do you know the place that was a something like a the destiny stone?
Destiny
Remember
Stone.
the destiny stone over
Yeah,
there at the hill of Tara?
is in the
So
top of the hill of
the top
Tara,
of the hill,
the
it
biggest
was,
part of the hill.
so over there it was a big fire. It is a, how do you call fogueira? It just went straight to my, so
A bonfire.
sorry.
A fire.
Yeah, it's a fire, a huge fire. It's like a camper fire, but there's a huge fire, and she was just working, doing some movements like um, rounding and taking from myself and just threw it to the fire, like a witch dancing. I could visualize that, like a witch dancing and taking all of the bad emotions of me and just threw it to the fire. So I understood that at that time that I was it was working, like because of that I was feeling the angriness and the sadness and also the frustration at that point in real life, I mean. Yeah. So it was really beautiful. In my mental screen, it was really beautiful. And I got to see some deities too. So I got really emotional when I saw it in my mental screen. Um, it was really nice. It is exactly like Juliana said. I cannot explain really well because I felt it. So I sometimes even, and my English is not that good, so I cannot explain really well what I felt. But yes, I got to a point that and the clarity that I understood what happened, why I was like this. So yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, it was. By the way, I had promised you guys to share an experience that I had at that point, in which Jennifer was speaking a little bit about it because she was in the process, but we all are was in the process, and she was dealing with a lot of emotional stuffs. And when we get this point to consciousness experience, as Juliana says, and Vivian, and we all had it with our personal perception about it. We have a lot of things happen in the extra physical experience, and not all people can see it because it needs a little bit of training, and it's a process, and the Juliana has it. This skill was awakened a little bit strong in in her perception and in her life, and we all had it. But when we was at that point, and I want to share with you guys again that picture. To I will finish my research about that picture to see what is he really is, what is he really is. Look at that. It's just almost the same pattern inside the ultra, the orb. It's really interesting. And when we talk about the whole Ireland culture, we have the huge influence from two goddesses. The first one is Bridget, the goddess, and if you research about her, about she with Saint Bridget, you probably will find the Catholicization from that goddess, which there's a lot of lies and the church really worked hard to change the perception of the Ireland people from this goddess, and they didn't have success at this, but they really tried. But the importance of this woman for the Ireland culture are so huge, then they couldn't finish that job. But if you research about Bridget the goddess, you'll find a lot of interesting things. I will share with you some pictures about it. Look at this. Look at this. Saint Bridget has three, not Saint, Goddess Bridget have something like three sides, and which is represented by this. Oh, Jesus, 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 come back. This picture here, you can see the same woman with three different sides. In one side, she has the fire element, which works with the light of knowledge and the light and power of changing, and the life and power to bring life and to bring information and to bring light for the people. In the other side, we have the artistical side, because she was linked with poetry, musician, and all beautiful stuffs. And we have poetry, fire, and Jesus, I forgot the third one. Poetry, fire, and then Jesus, I forgot the third one. And nature. She has the power of nature and the elements of nature, and she is one of the most powerful Irish goddess. We have a lot of ones, and there is a link with Morrigan, because we have two greatest gods in the Irish culture. We have the the goddess, which has the light and life and bringing life, virility, and fertility, and all these things. And the other side, we have Morgan. Morgan represents the death, the supernatural, and the power to change reality. It's almost like a duality relation, which this two figures. And when I was researching about, I just saw a little bit the link between these two women's and Lilith. We have some information about the Bible with Lilith, and in the Bible, Lilith was retracted as a demon, almost in the same way as Morrigan. It's a demon, as a underground figure, as a woman linked with death and all these things. And it was really interesting seeing how this process of Catholicization in the Irish culture, which was forced by the English people. It has a lot of years trying to convince people uh, about some hauntings, and we had the banshees histories. If you didn't know about, we had a spectrum of shadow, which called banshee in culture, Irish culture, which was women's, which calls in the dark, bringing death and scaring people and all things like this. And they really try to bring that sense of witchcraft and witches, just trying to create a negative image in the Irish culture from the human. And in the other side, we have the druids, and a lot of history about that old guys in the forest, um, having a good life with the animals and the plants and the trees and people making sacrifices, which is really strange and controversial. But in that place, when you guys were trying to find a place for yourselves, because you really split in double people. It was Jennifer with Vivian, Juliana was with Dree, and sometimes Dree was in another place and Juliana in another place, and I was trying to make the energy map. I was attracted to see again the Destiny Stone, and was a walking to see that point. I saw a huge light in the sky, and one people just coming, and it was a woman, and she has some like dress, ethereal dress, just floating and something like this. And she arrived at the middle of that place, above the top of the hill, which was we had the Destiny Stone in one side and one tomb in the other side. I don't remember exactly what was that thing, but it's something like a thumb. And she was over there and watching me, and I was trying to understand. Whoa, what's happened? We probably will got a contact. We all together. And then she started to walk in my direction, and I saw a lot of it was about seven people running, splitted fast in the hill. And I remember to go for Jennifer and Adriana probably to talk about it. And it was really interesting because when I was um, searching for my wife, which calls Luciana, that one Jennifer was talking about before, I had an impression to see her walking in the middle of trees, but it was so fast. Then I just get a time to think about it, and then I saw her uh, a couple of meters after that, and then whoa, it probably was her higher self. I saw her walking really fast, and after that I start to link the information, and I don't know if I can speak about it, but we have a link, energetical link, with some
Mm.
some interesting people, and she has a link with Lilith, which I didn't figure out exactly, which was Bridget, which probably is, or Morgan, or they are just the different sides of the same person, because we have um, a lot of people talking about this kind of experience. We're having Fatima, people relating a woman appearing, but we have a lot of control about his these histories in order to make us a little bit confused and misunderstanding things and all that stuff. But it was really, really interesting. Jennifer has a similar frequency, and she has the same energetic, energetic, energetic um, bloodline. I can express this in English because as the same, we have lines of energy link and bloodline links with this gods and goddess in our history, and research about it, um, in especially the these points we are talking about, the Hill of Tara, New Grange, and the Dolph, because in these 3 points we have three things in common. They have both a link with Morgan and Bridget. New Grange is a place linked with the sun, and the Dolph is a place linked with the moon, which is really interesting. And we have the history about a hero from the Irish culture called Cuchulainn, which probably in the fairy tales of Irish, Morgan was linked with his death, and Newgrange was something like his tomb. This guy, Cuchulainn, I don't know if I'm speaking it properly, was a huge hero linked with the pantheon of the most powerful gods of Irish, which is I have the names for the Luth Dagda Bridge, Mermin MacLear, Serenans, Cron Crack, and Morrigan. They are like a team of super gods which are linked with the born of the Irish island, because they they told before they come to the island, the island was full of darkness and demon creatures, and they was arrived to that place and fighting with another people. And we had that I have the my how can I say that, my notes here about the I forget the war, which was two people, the Tuatha De Danann, which are the most powerful gods, and a people called Furgo. And in this fight, in this war, we have the interaction of Dagda, Morgan, and after that, centuries after that, we have the interaction of Bridget, the goddess Bridget. And which is really interesting is That symbols we were talking about before we share images um, are totally linked with women power, real power, the real feminino, which is the word in English for this feminino.
Feminine.
The
Feminine.
real feminine, the beauty of the women, um, and this mythological persons, and especially the goddess Bridget, which was Ginger as the Jennifer, and the higher self of Luciana because she really likes the head hair things since she was a little kid, and this connection with the three groups, the four groups of Amazons. And Jennifer had in that session, I can help people to understanding about this interaction with extra physical reality. Jennifer was seeing what is happening with her in that context, because we all had our experiences, but probably uh, you didn't had a clear perception about this. And I was laughing a little because Jennifer was speaking about the Vivian confirmation. I just want one thing, and right before it, we had the the orb. I just try hard to take pictures of the orbs, and just in that moment, one colorful orb appeared. It was really interesting, really, really interesting. And we are in this process of self development, as Juliana says, and we have to train a little bit more to get it better, to brings the possibility for you guys go at that point and see in the extra physical eyes. And I mean, astrophysical is not astral. There's a huge difference about in the astral eyes. You have a lot of confusion, misunderstanding. You can mess it up with mental images from the consciente coletivo. Oh God, how I can speak it in English?
Collectively, consciousness.
Collectively consciousness
Consciousness.
and the collectively unconsciousness, because we have a lot of creation in that kind of reality, so low frequency reality. But in natural physical, which we call mental superior, you have more clarity, more sense of reality, is almost the same thing of our physical experience. But in the more accelerated reality, which is almost like subtle, but the most part of people make this confusion about astral and astrophysical reality. And it was really cool had this experience because I saw all your higher selves running, and you are activating yourselves. And at some point I was just confused about the Dri, the Adriana, and her higher self. And I was looking, Adriana, come here. And then I start to walk, trying to find Juliana, and Adriana was with Juliana. What the hell? Adriana was over there, and now you are here. And then I just understand what was happening. And this This part of the trip was the for me the most powerful experience because we all had there before. Jennifer was my daughter. Mayra was my daughter too. I still have these two little girls yet.
Desde aquela hora da manhã também, que a Maíra estava lá sentada.
Oh,
E aí você chamou ela, não escutou ela levantando a mão.
yeah. Luciana was sharing with me a memory when we was in Spike Island, which is a huge island, and we are trying to find Adriana because they run away from us. And we climb the hill, and at the top was me and Vivian and Luciana, my wife. And then I saw the little head of Mayra over there down in the hill, and I started screaming, Mayra, Mayra, and then she just get up and start to walk in our direction, and then my wife asking her, did you listen? The sister was calling. No, I just feel the wish to get up and come here. It was really interesting, really interesting experience too. Sadly, Juliana was suffering by the awakening of her superpowers. I was connected with her, making some adjustments in her electromagnetic field, and we chat a little bit, but I let her have a little bit of rest. And after that, I don't know if you are agreeing with me. After that, she looks a little bit younger and more feminine and more happy, or not? It's just my impression.
Thank you, Cecil. You are very kind.
Yeah,
Gentleman.
I just had this impression.
Yeah, I think it's a good impression.
Huh? But I'm not blind. I'm not blind.
Okay, I trust you.
You guys are seeing the same thing?
Of course, she is beautiful in younger. She was for 15 days in Datla. What do you expect?
Oh, got it.
She's coming from Havalon. What do you expect?
No, but I saw it few days after when she sent me that
Video.
testimonial in video. I was, whoa, this is a different person,
Yeah,
a different person than I met before.
yeah. I couldn't do that video in the past, and I couldn't send it to you, and I couldn't let you post it. Okay, so
It was a
it's a
lot of
different person.
different things. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
And please tell me more about this experience and about this thing I was really just already share with you guys.
Are you talking to me or to everybody?
To you and everybody.
Okay. Let someone else share a little bit.
Don't be shy. Maíra.
To talk about the experience in the trip, can be in any place you're asking.
No, I'm just invited you guys to talk about that information I already share with you, with that girl coming over to the hill And I'm just not crazy because Jennifer has a small part of that vision. But about this topic, the girl
Okay.
coming and this split of your higher selves and things like this and all these
Specifically
things.
in Hero of Tara, you're saying
Yeah,
specific. Okay. For me, I didn't have any experience um, like you guys. I didn't see anything, but I remember for me, all the places I just felt the energy. I didn't see properly anything. Um, just the um, I just saw now. I'm remembering, but it was in another place. The big UFO that I don't know. We can talk about later. That big one, the big yellow one. But specifically in Hero of Tara, I didn't see anything. I remember you told me about the my high. What's the name?
higher
Higher
self.
higher self. You told me there that you saw me and you will talk to me or something like this, and then when you turn around, you saw me in another place, and but I didn't see anything there.
You was without glasses, probably.
Yeah, yeah. I need to train more. I really need to train,
We will have this
practice.
opportunity next month in Dakla.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was training now in February with with Juliana in Dakila, and I'll be back in April to train. And
Yes.
we are
My
having
birthday will be in April 12th.
mine also.
12?
Yeah, no, it's
12? 12 April?
22. 22 April.
22? Ah.
Yeah, it's mine. And it's gonna be amazing because my
Yeah.
daughter is going also, and my husband too, and we are experiencing a lot of stuffs there, seeing a lot of stuffs,
I,
having interesting experiences.
I have to say that Maira was working a lot actually in all of the places because she was holding the rain. She was
Really?
uh
holding the rain. Yeah.
yeah, I was trying. I'm very aesthetic, so sometimes sometimes I don't
Septic.
remember some things, but I was trying to mentalize and like, and
Oh,
it was working.
Yeah, it was working.
you remember me one important thing. Why in the Juliana's Point was raining a lot?
Mm.
I'd like to know why.
There is two really interesting links about raining and us. And one of these links is when we arrived here thousands of years ago was raining really hard. I remember that. It was strange but really interesting. I was um, getting outside of the ship and feeling the ground in the marcas on Dackle research. And when I was a couple of times at the same point, I had this process exactly as you had, Juliana. But for me, it was spontaneously and was while I was there. I just had this mental scream and the memory and the feeling of rain and the feeling inside my body about the energy and the thing burning in my heart. And this was really interesting because when we when we knew about the history, it confirms my vision at that point. And another point is with the interaction of the women's, and especially with the divinity women's, the divindades, the women from the nine dimension, ninth
Ninth dimension.
dimension,
Ninth.
the ninth dimension. Yeah. And I was walking around you. I don't know if you remember. I'm trying to put all the things together because we had the part of the group was really um, in front of us, and we have the kids in the middle of the process, and you was behind with Titi,
Yeah.
which really loves you. That girl
She's
got a
amazing.
connection with you, really interesting. And I was trying to map things and to see if he was okay, if he was not having some huge experience in terms of had a catharsis or emotional process, and I just watching over you guys all the time. And I remember you was, oh, this is rainy, and I was thinking, why is raining so much? Because in the most part of the trip was raining. When I was in Landalaw was raining. When we were sometimes in Rocks of the Namaze was raining. Raining is really normal at Ireland, but in that time was really hard, the
Yeah.
rain. And I was thinking and watching you really worried about, oh, this is raining. Um, if I probably will cannot have the proper experiences, and I was watching your electromagnetic field being crazy, and I worried about it. And after that, you had this all these interactions, which was really interesting because we have when we have this connection with divinity and women especially, we have this kind of phenomenon as the neblina. What is the name of neblina music?
Fog,
Foggy.
foggy.
Foggy, with the foggy, the raining, and the
What?
process with the fog, like the brooms of Avalon thing, you know,
Yeah.
and which makes another connection. You was invited me to visit the Avalon place in
Oh yeah.
UK, and the most powerful witch in the process of Avalon was called
Morgan.
Morrigan.
Oh, Morgan.
Morrigan.
Morgana.
Yes, which probably
Mm.
seems you have a huge link with her too, which is really interesting. And all that process of raining was linked with your specific, your emotional process. Because when we have this kind of emotion, as the ginger fire girl, ginger the fire brings a lot of angry and hot feelings. You was in the mode of raining and going inside of you, bringing some things up, and we had this a similar process with all of you. especially with Adriana. But I tried to bring the emotion out of her in vain, probably.
You tried.
I really tried. She's a stone. She's a stone. And tell me, guys, who want to speak more about this? Not in comparison, because we all had our personal perspective, and there's no one which is better. It's the same reality in different points of view, and all are complementary, all are together, painting the same picture. You know, Adriana, we didn't hear you enough in this.
Because I didn't feel anything strong like that. Whatever happened with me in the past over there is gone.
But you was in the different perspective. You was watching, researching a little bit
Then well,
seriously than the rest of the people. You are with this different point of view. You was watching the details and
Because
the
I'm linked
small.
to details. I like the details. I think the things we lose are in the details. So I'm linked to details. I pay attention in things that people usually don't pay attention. Is
So
what I
this
like. I like to sit back and pay attention everything. I like to watch people.
this is
How you see
your
things.
your your sharing process with us. I was watching you and seeing you trying to find every detail and every connection you could.
Yeah,
So
because
tell us
I'm
your
like
point of
that.
view about it.
Because I take all the details and I put it, let's go to say, in my table, and time to time, I start to take the pieces and link all of them, is how I work. So
Yeah.
whatever detail I took over there is in the board.
So
One
please
moment,
tell us which
there is
puzzle
nothing to
you
tell you.
put together.
I don't know where the pieces go. So one moment will come and then I will link them.
Tell me, which was the most interesting place for you at this whole trip?
I think was Dove because as everything was locked, I couldn't see. I think was that. But I got that video after that. That was quite interesting because I went to look for it because I really get annoyed with all those padlocks everywhere. And the fact that they put the bushes in the top of it with nails because it's a kind of bush to make you not go there because it really hurts you. So I think to me was the most interesting, and I don't believe that was a tomb, but
Yeah.
a worship place.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Adriana, this kind of bushes was not in the other places. There was
No,
not
just there.
just on the places that was probably prohibited to
Yeah.
access or something like this.
Yes. And this was really interesting because you just remember me about that stone of seven suns or something like this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you probably don't
It's quite
believe.
interesting because those three stones over there, I don't know why, but they make me feel like the slice stone in Dracula.
Mm.
Yes.
I don't know
And
why, but I have the feeling there is something linked with them.
I share that picture. We take it at that moment when we were trying to find a place, and we have probably a gate which was totally closed by the bushes and the
Mhm.
that strange green thing.
Setup was a
Yeah.
strange setup over there
Yeah.
because the three stones was like that. Then someone put a fence around, and if it
Yeah.
wasn't enough, there are some seeds in the top. Was quite weird.
Yeah, I was sharing that picture with a friend of mine, and she sent me one stone with just one of that same symbol here in Brazil,
Mhm.
but I can't find it right now. Why?
How is the same
Jesus,
symbol?
the same symbol as
Yeah.
the that ones I shared, which is really interesting. That bushes things, which was in specific places, and we at the last day we come back to the rocks of the Names, and I just try to look a little bit further around, and I saw a small part which probably has windows or some access to the internal place, which probably has an internal place. At that picture, I was walking around while my wife and Jennifer and Maira was just walking around, and I was searching for an entering in a gate or something like this, and I just found uh, interesting part, which was probably closed. I just found that video. I did a video. Probably we can we can listen. Let me try to share. Look at this.
Parte interna aqui do buraco que temos em Rock of Dunamis, que sugere que poderia ocorrer alguma interna aqui por baixo e também por fora, coisas que eu não tinha ainda olhado necessariamente.
Look at that. We had three parts around, and I don't know if you guys remember when we go to the first gate at the above at all, in the highest part we had a tree. Did you remember that tree? We had a little time at that point, and in the path of this tree we had a huge buraco
Oh,
hole, a huge hole at the right side, right? And that
A
part I
pit, you
showed
mean?
it was is in that part. When Jennifer, Maria, and my wife was just walking around, I go to that part, just climbing, and was searching for something different. I saw that part, which for me is clearly a gate closed. We have a lot of green and stones, and which suggests has a internal passage for some rooms, as we saw
What
in,
was quite normal in the past.
yes, as we saw in Danf. I think it was Danf, that place which was totally
synced.
down.
Was doing that for us.
Synced,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really almost the same thing, because when I and after that I just, oh, I got it. We have this huge place and some kind of rings around. but I just didn't was watching in the right side, and I just go as far I could for the right side, and I start to see some places hiding near. And guess why? A lot of bushes, a lot of bushes.
Quite
At that,
interesting.
yeah, at that place we can. I just saw clearly some windows and some just degrees, which really suggest has passages for that side to the internal rooms or something like this, and which all that places in the ground, the only place which had bushes and not just at the wall, at all right side of the rocks of the maze to the ground. And in the ground I just was watching because I am very curious and was motivated to find a place to get in to find something. There's a lot of area which these bushes. At the time, I was in the mood to put fire at that whole thing to trying to. I was really interested at that place, really interested at the place, and it which is remember me. How curious is every interesting place has a small church around every
But Ado has as well down there. Yeah.
every damn interesting place has a small church around. But
Well, they didn't put a church in the top of the Spike Island. Well, oh no, they did one. Had one in the bottom. There was a small one in the end for, they said that was for, but that was built later on when they have the prison.
yeah,
So they
it
built
was
a church over
nearby
there.
the witch house. You found it. The witch
Uh-huh.
house. Remember the
And there
witch house?
was a big one, a big cathedral there
Yeah,
in the Spike Island. Not in Spike Island, but
the cork port
beside on the big
in the
island.
cork.
In the May Island.
The
Yeah,
Cork.
cork.
Yeah.
Myra
The
was
one for when you
impressed
went
by the
there the
church.
other
Sorry.
time.
My ear was bothered about that church. Why is that church over
Yeah.
here? It was
To
painful for
betray
her to
us,
see that
and
church.
wasn't
Yeah,
burned because of her.
Yeah, I have nothing with this. Nothing with this.
it was a bad
Of course you
experience.
have. You are her dad. You
Yeah.
didn't know how
I'm
to educate her.
innocent.
I don't know why.
I'm
I felt very, very bad about that cathedral, about that church.
I
I
know
don't,
why, but I will
I
not
don't
share
know.
it. And you can talk about the forts. We found a strange modifications in all that forts, and you
Of course.
you Adriana was capturing that things, and they are totally different, especially the Charles Fort in the Spike Island, which was totally military base, and in we are trying to find the
The
waterfall thing,
fountain.
the fountain. This was your
Yeah,
point.
it was very weird
Yeah. But
for
I
me. It
didn't
was
feel
very weird.
anything over there. And as I said, as it was turned in a prison where too many people have been killed over there, I
At the
didn't
same
want to get
time,
I didn't want, knowing that time, that was after when they built the prison. I didn't want to get in touch with that energy. It was because these are going to do my point in the beach. I didn't want to. I don't see the point because that came very after whatever happened, if happened in the past, was too after. Didn't make sense. I have get in touch with that energy.
You are thinking you are a silk or something like this. This is why you go for the beach. Do you know what silk is?
No.
No. In the Irish culture, we have a fairy tale about something nearby the mermaid. But
Okay.
in the mermaid, we have women's half women and half fish. The silks are women's which have skin of
Mas
the
é foca.
huh?
É foca.
Sim. The skin of the silk. Foca. Como chama foca?
Okay.
Foca é silk, né?
No, it's not a silk. It's a
Still,
seal.
Seal.
Seal, yeah, seal.
still.
Yes.
Seal.
You have the seal, the animal, and you have the silk, the woman with the skin of the silk.
Mas na lei é
Never
silk.
heard about.
Yeah.
Certo.
There's an interesting fairy tale about this, which women, especially women, singing at the sea and leading the boat and something like this, and
Hmm.
saving people and something like this. And this is about women which has this skin and go to the sea to be a seal, and sometimes often comes back to the ground being women. And there's a lot
It's
of
similar
the mermaids,
the the tail of the boat, o boto cor-de-rosa.
not the
It's
boat,
similar.
the not the boat,
No, I got it, but the tail you are telling me is similar that one.
similar,
É,
yeah,
mas é sim, é similar.
yeah. And I just found an interesting movie which called Song of the Sea, because my dear woman was addicted for Irish culture, especially after that. And we start to find some pictures and movies about it. And this is why I figure out that fairy tale in particular. And we have an interesting link because, as we know, the mermaids are real, and probably the circus are something of the Irish way to speak about them, because they
Can
have
be.
the sing thing to be singing, and
Yeah, but I just chose the beach because I saw that was a quiet place. That's it.
just for
Nothing.
it,
Yeah.
you are hard, you know. Give me a little minute. Keep talking, but wait for me.
There is nothing to talk about. Why me? What's up?
I don't know about you guys, but I felt really like physical pain over there. I got like sick over there
Because
because
you
of the
went to the
energy.
place where you saw that I didn't go inside those places. I
Yeah,
walk all the time outside. I didn't want to get in touch with that.
it was really weird, really weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can imagine.
both of them actually. The Charles Starford. I could see that they really messed with the energy over there. They really messed. They changed the energy over there with the whole with the all the things that happened over there. Yeah, in the past. So they really changed that. They locked the energy of the um, uh, moral beings. So Yeah,
And what called
I
me,
couldn't take it. I had to just rest and yeah, go guys. I'm just going to stay here because I couldn't even walk. It was really got me.
yeah, because I think the current system, they want to transform, in my vision, they want to transform the things of the past, the meanings of the things of the past, of the points, um, like in in Spike Island, they transformed it into a fort, into a prison. And what called my attention the most, I think, there it was what they even disguised so that we cannot see the real construction beneath the more modern bricks placed there around, um, around that very thick walls. For me it was very weird because the walls were very thick, and we could see some different bricks inside, like it was, remember Dre, I think Adriana
Mhm.
saw also the different
Yeah.
bricks inside, but it was very disguised for us not to see. uh, so it intrigued me a
Yeah.
lot.
We saw a similar thing when you went in the fort in Ipswich. Remember, Joe, that they made a factory of bricks inside that fort. They cover all the walls in that fort with red bricks. But in that fort, we could walk, we pay for an extra tour, and we did in the grounds around that, the whole fort. And the last door that we are going through, there is a big rock about 8 meters high for about 20 meters long. And that big rock they did a cover was the only point in a whole fort that we could spot where it was. The only place.
Did you take a picture?
Yeah.
Yes, we have pictures, but that was in the fort that we visit in August when Castle came to London, came to UK.
Oh, in UK.
Wasn't in this one, was in
It's
Ipswich.
one. It's in
Oh,
UK.
understood. I was showing the Príncipe da Beira Fort in Brazil
Mhm,
first in that slideshow, and after that Charles Fort, and after that James Fort, to see the similar shape
mhm.
and structure, which was really interesting and remember me about the path of Saint Patrick in Irish Island, and here we call Caminho de Peabiru, which we has a lot of discovering in this process, running here. And sadly I can't share a small part of this research which is happening in Japan, because I have one of my ex patients which has a huge link with her higher self, which was doing researches about the Peabiru path, which is called.
Yeah, I have done some research too, but I cannot share with you here in UK.
Oh,
I,
why you cannot do it?
oh my God, the evil laugh. I love it.
Oh, girl, it's not funny.
It is.
No, you have to share it. I'm trying to
No, we
find
will
some.
sleep with
Um,
that
Hi,
one now.
everybody. Say hi,
no,
Fred.
I'm trying to find
Hi.
pictures can share about it because it's really interesting too. A lot of
Titi.
symbols. What? Hi, Titi,
Hi.
the beautiful one.
Eu fiz um negócio que é pra minha mãe.
Ah, é? Você fez um negócio para sua mãe?
Gente. Ai, Titi!
Olha,
Olha
Okay.
quem tá te dando oi aqui, Titi.
Beautiful.
Que beautiful, Titi. Thank you.
sim.
Okay.
Mas,
Dá tchau, tchau pro Titi.
mas você tem que ser full stop.
Okay. Okay.
Porque full stop é important.
Ok, amor. Dá tchau, tchau pro titio e titia.
Tchau.
Bye. I'm trying to find some pictures I can show at the screen, but I can show in my cell phone. Look at this. A lot of pictures, and probably we have here dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. They are documenting this process, and
Yeah.
she's um, crossing the entire Japan island in her free time, and there's a lot of stones and paths. Let me try to find something. Look at this. This is a tunnel, as we saw in Doth. The
Mm.
same thing covering the axis. The same thing covering the axis.
So people don't fall in.
Oh yeah, probably
They're
is.
very worried about your health and safety.
Yeah, probably
Mhm.
is.
And that is a natural thing. It's the water that make those things.
Look at this. In this wall, we have got it. Let me try to share this picture with you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Cha-cha-cha. This is what I'm trying to find it to show for you. For you. Look at this. Remember the picture I was talking about with the seven suns or something like this?
Mm-hmm.
Have a look.
Look at this.
Oh,
This is
vamos ver.
in Japan. Pam, pam, pam. Oh, let me try to save that picture sense, and then I will try to get it bigger. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. For you guys seeing the details of that picture. Wait a little bit. Look at this. Can you see this cycles?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a small wall in Tomotomo. Look at this, how
Mm-hmm.
interesting the pattern.
Yeah.
And the lozangos, it's
Yes,
the same of the
the
New
same,
Grange.
Wow.
The
the same,
base,
Amazing.
yeah.
the same of New Grange and that um,
Fort Knox.
Fort Knox, that small place we was inside.
Mm-hmm.
Fort Knox. When you guys take a picture with the hands in that stone, really
It was the
interesting.
same people that went from there, went to Japan, was quite near. They just went to spend holidays over there.
I was planning a trip for Japan in August, but I don't know if it will be possible. But I'm trying to believe it will be possible because if you didn't know or if you remember about the last trip and the last information, we have a little troubles about this international traveling for a while, and this makes me change my plans a little bit. But I'm trying to find a picture inside of that walls and or or the found it the video inside the four knocks, that place we take the key. Did you remember
A
it?
parte sul da Irlanda, uma parte interna, onde temos aqui o quê? Adivinha? Que símbolos?
É ruim essa luz, mais forte é bom.
Não, é bom, bom. É, ó, tem vários aqui. Olha
Valeu
só
a
aqui,
pena,
ó.
hein?
Olha essa aqui também.
Mas cadê o rosto? Você tem o rosto à esquerda.
É, a gente vai ver.
Valeu a pena. Lindo.
Nossa, que lindo.
Parece um Vênus contínuo, né? E um Vênus duplo,
verdade.
enfim.
Isso aqui é Amazonas, né? É isso?
É o símbolo. É um símbolo feminino.
Acho que é.
Podia tirar, né, a foto da sua mão assim.
Podia, né? As Amazonas, cadê?
Tira uma foto da mão das mulheres.
Põe aí, mulheres.
Peraí.
Sus manos. Cadê a Lu?
Venha.
Quer pôr o mano lá, Lu?
Põe a luz aqui, tá bom? A luz... Ai, gente, minha unha.
Ó, essa é a hora que vocês têm que ter caprichado no esmalte. Hein?
E a banana, é a banana.
Esquece a banana na foto. Ó, gente, esse aqui, nossa.
Foi, muito gelado.
Pode tirar. É.
Aqui,
O que isso te lembra, Silvio?
não fecha a porta.
O quê?
Aqui, ó.
Tá,
Isso te
isso
lembra.
aqui é o quê?
Tem o rosto à esquerda. Entrando,
Olha aí.
Não
Look
sei
at
o que
that.
me lembra.
entrando à esquerda, tem um rosto.
A Lu meia
Researchers.
preda.
Research.
Ó, aqui tem, tá vendo? Ó, aqui tem simbolismo.
Hã?
Você dá também.
Quê?
Você dá também.
Espera aí.
Posso pegar lá a cena?
Tá aqui, eu tô filmando.
Nossa, muito obrigada, Kelly, por essa experiência. Eu tô igual, gente. Eu quero mais. Não joguei nada. Gente, aqui dá pra pegar bem entrada desse, você quer? Sim.
Purple light. Purple light.
Ó, dá pra ver que dá pra...
And then after that, we got that picture. I was trying to find the in Machu Picchu. We have a wall, a big wall nearby the Sun Palace. The Sun Palace is the place of the god of sun, which has some faces. There's a lot of faces like little stones in a pattern in the wall, and which was really similar at that drowning, which probably supposed to be a face at the Four Knocks, which was talking about with Vivian. There was a lot of interesting things we still have to find. Then we have to link. And I just suggest for you guys to still researching, especially about the goddess Morrigan and Bridget, not the saint, the goddess, the goddess, which is really interesting. There's a lot of links with these two goddess and the Amazon tribes and Lilith and other really important goddess in other cultures. And one of them we have some information about it, which is Lilith. She's not a demon. She's not from darkness and something like this. This is all lies trying to keep us away from the truth in this topic. And it will be great if you guys had some research trying to find for goddess Bridget and goddess Morrigan, and probably we can do another podcast speaking about it because you are better than me to speak about your kind. This this brave and raging women race, women beings. I'm a man. I can talk about women. They say. Can you guys bring the final words for our podcast? Because I was impressed. Mayra is still here with us. Probably Marcelo was dying somewhere out there.
Everything's okay. That's why I'm still here. That's okay.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Be calm, Adriana. Stop eating.
I'm
You eat
calm.
every day.
I was sleeping. It's gone my time already. I woke up too early today.
Oh, is this is the kind of thing old people do.
Exactly. It's
Exactly.
normal. It's normal. So I'm
Oh,
gonna give my last considerations. Was very nice with all of you, but I need to sleep as a very old witch.
Which
So
nice.
we see each other soon, I hope.
We are ending because here it is late too. It's six and I'm
Yeah. Here is 9:30 and I woke up 5:30. So
this is really the
yeah.
thing the old people do.
Yeah,
Sleep
even when
early.
you need to repair your car, so you need to take your car early to the garage. It's normal.
It's normal. All right. So you can start your final considerations.
I did already.
You did already? All right. Who is the next?
Oh, can be
Really,
me.
have nice dreams.
Can be me.
Nice to see you again.
What?
I'm so glad to be here. It was nice experience for me to share in English.
In
It
English.
is, I
We
I
are
thought I
international.
couldn't do this, yes, but it's nice. It was nice. It's very light and good. Yeah, thank you for another different experience in my life. And I hope we can have another trip and you can be prepared. We can start a little bit more before and after. Yeah, I think it's a kind of learning process. The next one will be better, the next one, and we will improve a lot our capacity to be a researcher and to follow our intuition and find spots of energy and have this kind of experience and to be able to connect with our abilities that we are practicing. Yeah, what you're thinking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got it.
we have abilities that we can find this inside us. Yes, and
Yes.
I think this kind of research and places can help us a lot in this
Yeah.
process. That's why I would like to have more experience like this. And I'm very grateful to all of you and to the kids. And I love them. Yeah. Thank you very much and have
We,
good night.
we appreciate it. Are you already in Brazil?
No, I'm in UK.
Oh, I remember you are talking about something to come back from Brazil or something like this.
Yeah, I'm in a process to
Mhm.
returning to Brazil as soon as possible.
All right. If you be here, call me. We
Yeah.
can we can take a coffee
Oh,
or
good.
something like this, or take a coffee in the best
Please,
cold place in the world,
Jacqueline.
Haviland.
Have
That cold. Did you hear the word cold?
yeah, sure. I will. I'll call you. Thank you.
Nice. Who's gonna be the next? Vivian.
Oh, thank you very
You are without mic.
Very quickly, just to say goodbye to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here and be part of the group. It was a really great experience. And I hope to see you guys in Dakla in July.
Oh, nice.
much.
Loads of
Probably.
love. Bye. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
We appreciate it. Who's gonna be the next?
I can go.
Go for
So,
it.
uh, 3 years ago, I thought I was so alone, and I just got the first experience to see Rafael Hungria, the researcher of Dactyla. And I said to my mom, I showed Dactyla, especially Rafael Hungria's video, and I said, "This is what we were looking for our whole lives, Mama." I said to her, and since then I was just watching the videos and say, I don't think this is going to happen with me. I'm so away from all of this. I don't think this can happen to me. I don't think this goodness can happen to me. And then I just everything happened so quickly. So last year I said, "You come, come to Ireland, come to Ireland," and it was just like, "Yeah, don't." Sister said, "Don't say that too much because I will go. I will go for sure." And said, "Yeah, you can, you can come, you can come to Ireland, you and Lucian." And then I said, "I cannot just have this for myself. I will have to just share this happiness and this experience with all of with the group of UK." And then I got in contact with you guys, and it was a shared experience. But I think, like in my vision, I was the one that one the most beautiful things because I got to know you guys and I got to know Cicero and Dakla, and then Maira came over like in the last minute. It was I was so happy, and I get to know something like some other people with a different mind, like with a different setup, and this was really great and great experience for my self development. And I'm really grateful to all of you. And anytime you come to Ireland, you already know that you have the ginger one over here. So, yeah, my heart and my house are open to all of you guys. So thank you so much for all the experience and your time also that you share with me and to this movement that got to get us better and better. So thank you so much.
We appreciate it. I am glad to be there with you. Look at this. This is Anya's castle. We was there for a visitation, and she was not there, and I almost cut off her money for a month because who there she thinks he is. It was really nice for me be there and do a lot of adventures. Who is gonna be the next? Maida.
Me, it's missing me. Um, I'm very glad to be here. I'm very happy to has meet you guys. It was a wonderful experience, and it's gonna be. We're gonna. I hope we have more experience together. It's very important for our research, for our training, to discover who we are. These experiences in group are very important. And thank you, Jenny,
Mm,
to open your
thank
house for
you.
us. It was very special, and that's it. I'm very happy, very glad to be since I met Dakila like around 1 year ago. Things very different, different kind of things are happening, and uh, and that's it. That's our way, the way we have to.
The history of Maira's participation was the most funniest ever. I just mentioned about we are going to a trip in Ireland. We probably go for some places trying to find something and make a research, and she just, oh, I want to go. Can I go? And then yeah, you can go. Okay, tell me how I can find you and the days between you have there for me buy the tickets and something like this, and then she just appears. Look how the synchronism of the universe are.
Yeah,
Just not long time before I met her and we had a process, and then we are going for the island, doing all this process, and as we figure out with the Cassius work, we are all together. This is really fantastic.
yeah. I don't know how to explain. I just felt I need to go, and I love to travel. So I just felt I don't know. I need to go, and I felt like I had already met you before. That was the sensation I had about the group, about the whole group, because I've just known Cicero and Luciana before, and it was very special because of
But
that.
look at this. This is really amazing, isn't it? The right time, the right time we decided, and we are just had met and had the process, and after that I found Adriana in Dakla, just like a pop-up. She appears in one trip. Yeah, she found me. Yeah, that's okay. I was walking, coming for my room, and then hey, you are going for Ireland. Oh, what? Who are you, please? You are not trying to kill me or something like this?
I'm
And then
your
He dropped
nightmare.
my brew in his head.
it was really interesting. Really, I was flabbergasted with all this thing because it one thing happened in sequence in a perfect match with all, and then look at this. It was important too. Was other people's which are probably almost there, but for some reason they aren't. And why? They are not part of the group in this context, which was really interesting too. This was really, I was shocked about it because I know some things, I was with a previous information, but not the whole picture at all. And when I start to collect the pieces, I just, oh, this was huge. This was huge and really interesting. And no, I have daughters around the world is really interesting too because I'm finding a lot of them. You guys have a lot of sisters. They just are appearing for me, and for my look, they are not asking for money or something like this. Because
We should.
no, 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 no.
Where's my heritage? Where's my heritage?
You have to give me my money back. I left you with a lot of money, a lot of money, because I was
Oh,
really rich when I was your father, and of course I was really happy to find you again. You are all special in the ways you don't know yet, you all, but you probably will figure out, and I hope you will very soon. And for me was really beautiful to be there with you and with your family, Jenny, especially your kids, and also your your husband. I think I like him. Not so much, but I like him. And I was really happy to meet Juliana, Adriana, Maíra, Vivian. It was really cool be in that places doing what we was doing or researching or interactions and all these things. And I'm here to to speak if you want to me or something like this. Just call, send a messages like Myra did. Ah, my child, help me! And I just had um, a quick reading in her magnetic field and saw, oh, that's okay, don't worry or something. Oh, look at this, the little Jenny. Hey, Julia. And you got this. And I hope we can speak more about it very soon. Hmm? Hmm? Anna, Julia. I hope we can
oh,
speak more about it very soon and have another trips. Uh,
Ai, boneca!
she's in the bad mood. Ah, mas- and good night for you I hope you see you guys soon. And was a really pleasure be with you here talking about these things. Let us spread the message.
Sure.
We will probably be famous by now.
Bye,
Okay, guys,
people.
thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Have a
Bye.
good night.
Bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye.